I was audited by the CRA in my first year of business and I was not prepared. Since then, I've learned my lesson. I now save every receipt right inside my Asana income and expenses tracker. And if I ever get audited again, which fingers crossed I don't because it's a lot of work, but if I did, then I would be able to pull all my documentation in just a few clicks and know exactly where to find everything. Yay. No stress, no digging through emails. If you've ever spent more time trying to find a file than actually working on it, I've been there too. It used to drive me crazy until I finally got smart about how I use Asana attachments. And today I'm walking you through exactly how to upload, organize, and connect files to your tasks in a way that saves time, prevents chaos, and keeps your business super organized behind the scenes. I'll show you all the ways you can upload files, and I'll share how I set things up so I always know exactly where to find what I need. Stick around because later in the video, I'll show you my exact workflow for syncing Google Drive docs so I get notified in Asana when someone comments. No messy inbox threads required. Hi, I'm Samantha, here to help online coaches, freelancers, and other small service-based entrepreneurs organize and streamline their business operations so that they can save time and mental energy and focus on what they love to do. I've helped dozens of clients set up workspaces, and let me tell you, attachments are one of those little details that make a huge difference. When they're used well, you can find everything you need in a flash. When they're not, it's a total mess, so let's fix that. I know attachments might not seem like the most exciting feature inside Asana, but hear me out. It makes such a difference for keeping things organized and easy to manage, especially when you're juggling lots of moving pieces or working with a team. Here's why I love them. They keep everything related to a task in one place, so you don't have to dig through email or Slack trying to find the file someone swears they sent. They cut down on the back and forth and make feedback easier to manage. And most importantly, they help you stay ready for anything, even an audit. Like imagine this, your designer uploads a few fresh logo options, your copywriter adds the draft sales page copy, and your VA includes a televideo with your client's feedback all right there inside the same task. That's what I mean when I talk about having a central hub where everything lives. Okay, I have to ask, have you ever lost an important file right when you need it? Or been in a panic during a client project or audit because you couldn't find a document fast enough? Drop your story in the comments. I'd love to hear it. And maybe cry with you a little. Okay, quick break and a big thank you to Wispr for sponsoring this video. Okay, tell me if this sounds familiar. You're thinking through something complicated like a project plan, a client workflow, or even just your own to-do list, and typing it all out feels like a lot. But talking out loud isn't always easy either, especially when your partner's in the next room or your kid's asking what you're doing every 3 minutes. That's where Wispr comes in. It's basically the keyboard that writes for you without actually needing a keyboard. You just speak and it turns your voice into clean writing. And you can pause and resume anytime you're interrupted by your kid or whatever. And the best part, you don't have to be loud. You can speak softly, even a whisper, and it still works. It's made for quiet thinkers, talk to yourselfers, and anyone who wants to get their ideas down fast without the awkward dictating into your phone feeling. I've used it while out walking, while cooking, and just anytime I don't feel like doing all the typing because sometimes it's just faster to speak. It's weirdly satisfying just to whisper your thoughts and have them show up in real words. So if you ever wish your notes app could read your mind, Wispr is the next best thing. Try all the features for a free month through my link right here. I hope you love it as much as I do. All right, let's get back to making your Asana setup way more organized. So we were just about to get into how attachments can save your sanity and your receipts. So let's dive into the 2 easiest ways to upload your files directly from your computer. Now, if you're using cloud storage like Google Drive, Dropbox, OneDrive, or Box, you can actually connect those directly to Asana too. Here's why my clients love this. They use Google Workspace, so their drive is already organized with all their business documents. So when they attach a file from Drive into Asana, they don't have to download or re-upload anything. They just select the file and it shows up instantly in the task. Even better, if someone comments inside the Google Doc, Asana will notify them in the task. No more jumping between tabs or digging through email. It just shows up right where they need it. Let's start with the basics. how to actually add a file to a task from your computer. Okay, so there are a couple of ways that you can add attachments to your task. So first you're going to click into the task, and then you can browse for the file just by clicking this little paperclip up here that says attach files, and then you can select from your computer, and this is where the integrations also can come in. You can attach from Dropbox, Google Drive, Box, or OneDrive, and then you just pick the file you want and you attach. So if I wanted to choose a file from my computer, for example, I have a pop-up here that's not showing, but I just have this screenshot, for example, that I'll just attach. So I will open that and we'll see it attaching right down here. And then it'll show the actual image. If it's an image, it'll show it as a PDF if it's a PDF. And it just automatically attaches like that. And then the next option is you can drag and drop directly from your computer as well. So if I open my window over here to the side and I want to attach, let's say, my media kit to the task, then I'm just going to drag it and drop it right in here. You'll see that plus copy sign show up, and this is what it looks like when you attach a PDF. It'll also show up in the comments that I attached it. When I attached it, all the details there, just like Asana is so great at doing. And I personally prefer the drag and drop option because usually I already have it open on my computer, and I can just easily drag it and drop it right into the task, and Asana will take care of the rest. It's these little wins that make such a big difference when you've got a lot going on. Okay, and here's a sneaky little trick that not everyone knows. You can actually copy and paste images or files right into the task description too. So let's just say I'm giving my assistant instructions. So here's the instructions, right? I'm typing them out, blah, blah, blah. And then I want to add a screenshot for more clarity. So then I can take that screenshot, and then I'm just going to use this Asana badge that I just have open here. You'll see that line pop up, and it will show up right within the task description. And then I can keep typing below, just like this. Keep typing, keep typing. All right, so that's really perfect if you have a quick feedback or for saving reference materials that don't need their own upload process, or if it just makes more sense to have it right in there between your paragraphs like that. I'll do this when I'm planning my email marketing emails as well, and I want to add an image so that I or my assistant, whoever is uploading it, can know exactly how I want the email to be laid out, nice and visual, just like I want it in MailerLite. So I also do this when I'm taking like online courses. If I want to like screenshot the slide that I'm watching or whatever and have that right with my notes, that's a really awesome way to do that as well. Okay, and then one of the best features when giving feedback or leaving a note for your team, you can add a block of text and one or more files in the same comment. So just like we did in the description, you can also add it right down here. So if I'm, giving feedback like add more blue or whatever the feedback is, and then I can attach the image right underneath there as well. And then I can hit comment, and then you'll see and you can keep typing underneath as well, just like in the task description. You can do that within the comments as well. So this is especially handy when you're reviewing designs, editing copy, or dropping a revised file in. You don't have to write a note, then upload the file in a second comment. You just do it all in one go, and it keeps everything so much cleaner. And then there's always that relevant information, right? So you can see what exactly you're talking about instead of it appearing like separately just up here or something. It's simple, clear, and easy to follow. So here's the lowdown on size limit. You can upload any file from your computer as long as it's under 100 megabytes. For larger files, like big video recordings like this one, or design files, you can just link them from Drive or Dropbox. Easy workaround. There's no limit to the number of files you can upload to a task, so if you're anything like me and attach all the things, you're good. Okay, let me take you back to a moment I do not want to relive. The first year of my business, I got audited by the CRA, and I had nothing in order. Receipts were in random folders, emails, and maybe even buried in a pile of paper on my desk. I spent days trying to find everything and rebuild the trail. It was stressful, overwhelming, and it took way longer than it should have. And shocker, I couldn't find everything I needed to, which resulted in me owing money to the CRA. Bummer. But it taught me a valuable lesson. Now, the second I log an expense in my income and expense tracker in Asana, I attach the receipt right to the task. Every single one. I don't even let myself move on until it's done. It takes 2 seconds, but it saves hours later. Future me is so grateful. And it saves a ton of time during income tax season as well. And I actually made a full detailed workshop walking you through exactly how to set up the same kind of system. It's called Track It and Stack It, and it's super affordable, super practical, and super satisfying once it's done. If you're watching this thinking, okay, wow, I need this set up ASAP, check out Track It and Stack It right here. It walks you through building your income and expenses tracker in Asana, step by step. It'll help you feel more calm, confident, and organized, especially around tax season. All right, let's wrap up with a few quick reminders. Always group your files and feedback in one spot. Use cloud storage for larger files and automatic version control. Use the mobile app when you're on the go, even if you're hiding at the beach while your kid digs holes in the sand. And above all, don't leave future you hanging. Organize your files now and thank yourself later. And if you're ready to stop chasing receipts across your inbox, grab Track It and Stack It. If you found this video helpful, hit the like button and subscribe. I've got tons more Asana tips and tutorials coming your way. All right, and thank you for watching. I hope that you did find this video helpful, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.